Your founder of Power Your Research, an academic branding company where I help academics and educators increase their visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist. And the title of today's video is What Faculty Don't Want You to Know. And so, for those of you that don't know, I am a full faculty member. I got tenure years ago, and I work with lots of academics who are just like me, or or academics in which I have been in their position in the past. And a lot of faculty don't want you to know that they have a fear of thinking they have a fear of not being valued outside of a college campus. They have a fear that they have no value outside of the bubble and world of higher ed. And I am no different. I used to be there, right? I had having a PhD and feel like you have nothing to offer in the marketplace outside of just a college campus is a very scary and actually uncertain place to be. And so feeling like you don't have value outside of higher ed ties into a lot of things. A lot of academics have imposter syndrome, feeling like they are not good enough. We have a need for external validation because that's all we've been rewarded with in the educational system, right? Getting a PhD is like the ultimate series of having to have external validation from other people in order to feel like we're doing a good job. And so, for me, it even tied into feelings of like worthlessness in terms of like, this is the only space in place that I have value. And what if I didn't have this space in place anymore? What would I do with this PhD? So I struggled with this for a while. And if you're here and you are a faculty member on a tenure track or tenured, or just someone that even got a PhD, you probably thought that getting a PhD and working hard to get that tenure track position and then finally getting tenure if you have it would lead to living the life of your dreams. It would lead to total and ultimate security. And I thought that as well until at my university, we got a state of the university email telling us to come, all the faculty, like over 100 of us, to this multi-purpose room, fluorescent lights, big room. Get there, the administration's there, and there's a PowerPoint. And sitting in the room, to our surprise, they announced to us that, like, I don't know, 10 to 15 programs and departments were being eliminated. And so in that moment, my department wasn't on the list, but I started to cry because I thought about all the people that had just effectively like got laid off and their tenure did not matter, because if you don't have a department or program to work in, it doesn't matter if you have this job security for life. You are terminated like everyone else. And while our union stepped in and helped us all out, it was terrifying for me because in that moment, I had the realization that I have an entire PhD, but I don't feel like I can get a job anywhere outside of higher ed. I understand how hard it is to get a tenure track job and to get tenure somewhere else. So you can't be confident that that's going to be the reality for you if you find yourself out on the job market without a job. And that's when I had an aha moment, because I literally saw my son's instability shaken at that moment. I didn't have 6 months to a year of savings. And if I lost my job, I'd have no other income coming into the household. And I left out of that situation, understanding that I was never going to be in that situation again, and that I was going to be able to make six figures or more based on the academic credentials that I already had. And the problem is that PhDs in academia do not know how to leverage their academic credentials in the real world in order to make six figures and to make an impact at scale. There's literally more demand than there is supply in terms of stable jobs in higher ed for people with PhDs that want to be faculty members. And this is why we have PhDs stuck in the adjunct trap that they don't want to be stuck in. And those with tenure realize that they will never make more than that position is going to pay them. So once you get tenure and then full professor, like there's no promotion after that. That's the top of the pay ceiling. So if you want to make more money, you either have to do it on your own or go administration, which a lot of faculty do, even though they don't want to do that. They just want the extra money. And there is a solution to this problem, right? The solution is that the average PhD needs to think more like an entrepreneur and take ownership in the value that they do have so that they can leverage it out in the marketplace while still being the faculty member that you love to be, right? You can make an impact at scale and increase your income. You just need a roadmap. So free content online is great for you to try to figure out how to increase your visibility, authority, and income, but it's not going to get you there because there's a lot of fluff and there's no structure. You need to know how to get from point A to point B without the fluff, the quickest way possible, only the things that work. And so that is what I was able to do: protect my future, leave a legacy, make an impact at scale, make sure that I understand how to make more money than my university can pay me anyway. And I've taken all that and put it into a 9-step system called Power Your Research. It's a 9-step system to increase visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist, specifically for you academics. And I hope that you'll take the time to jump on a call with me, send me a direct message. Jumping on a call with me is free. I'm here to listen to all your amazing goals and the things you're trying to do. And hopefully, this video helps. But if not, share it with a friend. All right. And so I hope you have an amazing day. Again, if you're new here, my name is Dr. Sheena Howard. I'm the founder of Power Your